ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on God for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on God for thee.
Good afternoon. I'll now read the invocation. All praise to you, gracious Creator. You have gathered us in this university community to praise you by our words and our works. Bless the University of Alberta, which seeks to teach whatsoever things are true. Bless the students and professors, the non-academic staff and support staff, and those who volunteer with the University Board of Governors, Senate, and Alumni Council, and all who promote sound education in our community. We ask that those who leave here today, blessed with their degrees, may be given grace and strength to serve in our global home. May we grow in wisdom and grace before you and all your people. May this university always be a home of truth and wisdom, of faith and goodwill towards all. Please be seated. Our auditorium is bulging today. My name is Ralph Young. I have the privilege and high honor of serving as Chancellor of the University of Alberta, representing the public interest in our university. On behalf of our entire university community, I'm delighted to welcome you to this convocation. To begin, I wish to acknowledge and honor all Indigenous peoples, including the Inuit, Métis, and First Nations of Treaty 6, and to acknowledge the traditional lands on which we are gathered today. I also wish to acknowledge and honor the immigrants from many nations whose contributions have added so much to our rich heritage. Our university is blessed with a diverse and inclusive culture, which is built on the legacy of all those who have come before us. Today, we pledge to uphold that legacy as we continue to pursue whatsoever things are true. Convocation is a time of great joy and thanksgiving, and we are very glad that so many friends and family members could join us as we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates. As you reflect on this day and its significance, I'd like to quote one of Alberta's famous five, Nellie McClung, who said many years ago, "I don't want to pull through life like a thread that has no knot. I want to leave something behind when I go, some small legacy of truth, some word that will shine in a dark place." There is real value in slowing our pace and stopping to celebrate one of those knots in life. Your graduation from the University of Alberta is truly transformational, and we're honored to share this ceremony with you. I'd like to take a few moments to describe the history and tradition of Convocation at the University of Alberta. The tradition of Convocation, a gathering together of all qualified degree holders in a university community, dates back almost 700 years to medieval times. Generations and generations of scholars have walked in your footsteps. Today's formal procession, led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, originates in the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Above us resides our university coat of arms, which includes the great horned owl, the Book of Learning, the pronghorn from Alberta's coat of arms, and our own golden bear, mascot of our university. Our university motto, Caecumque Vera, for whatsoever things are true, is at its foundation. Our academic dress today is an important statement. As Chancellor, I wear our university green and gold with great pride and respect. The colors symbolize Alberta's fields and forests. The academic gowns, hoods, and caps declare in their various designs and colors the academic qualifications of the faculty who are here to celebrate with you. Similarly, the academic apparel which you wear today signifies to everyone here and to society your degree of proficiency as graduates. Our degree conferral is the final step, when each of you will cross the stage, and when your name is called, that is the most important part of the day. The moment we shake hands, your degree will be conferred, and that is the moment which binds you together with our university as alumni forever. In that moment, you become both the present and the future of the University of Alberta. All of us here, your family and friends, are witness to your pledge. All of the history and tradition within today's ceremony leads us to you, the graduates. And this is why, of course, we're so pleased that you are here with us today. One of the very special parts of Convocation is an honorary degree conferral and the Convocation address. We're extremely privileged to welcome Mr. John Poole, who has accepted our invitation to receive an honorary Doctor of Laws. An honorary degree recognizes inspiring role models and leaders, celebrates extraordinary achievements, or recognizes remarkable contributions to society. Joining the celebration on the stage today is our President, Dr. Indira Samarasekera, our Board Chair, Mr. Douglas Goss, and I'm equally delighted to welcome here on stage past honorary degree recipients, Dr. Bunny Ferguson and Dr. Larry Wang. Honorable Madam Justice Joanne Goss, Court of Queen's Bench, and the Honorable Judge Ken Holstrom, Provincial Court of Alberta, are also here. Dr. Melanie Humphreys, President of King's University College, and Mrs. Janice Sarch, MLA for Edmonton Decorr. On stage, we're also pleased to have Mr. Nathan Andrews, President of the Graduate Student Association, Ms. Charlene Butler, representing the Alumni Council, various members of our Academy, particularly our two deans, who are represented today by Dr. Joseph Doucette and Dr. Philip Bryden, and of course many members of our Senate, both past and present. And I also would like to welcome Elder Betty Lafferty, who is here today to extend a special note of congratulations to our Aboriginal graduates as they receive their degrees. So we're all here to celebrate, and I very much hope you will enjoy your day. And it's now my great pleasure to welcome to the podium Mr. Douglas Goss, Chair of the Board of Governors.
Well, good afternoon. Eminent Chancellor, Mr. Ralph Young, President Dr. Indira Samarasekera, and distinguished guests, graduates, families, and friends, special welcome to my classmate, Mr. John Poole, and his family and friends as well. I'm honored to be here today to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Governors of the University. Convocation is a special time when the entire university community gathers to celebrate your tremendous achievements. Indeed, we have much to celebrate, but today we especially gather to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2014. You've achieved a level of excellence which will be forever recognized in your university degree, a U of A degree. As chair of the Board of Governors, I want to assure you that the University of Alberta remains steadfast in its pursuit of being one of the world's great public universities. And our board stands united in its commitment to excellence across this entire institution. It's indeed an extraordinary time for this university, and I would suggest for our province. And your degree positions you to compete with the very best in the world. You're only limited by your own ambition and creativity, both of which I know you have in abundance. In short, graduates, you are our pride, you are our joy, and I know you will bring great honor, not only to this institution, but to all of us here in this city as you meet the many challenges facing our city, province, and indeed the global community. The Board of Governors salutes you today, and we hope this ceremony will be remembered as a highlight in a full and satisfying career. Remain ambitious, remain creative in all your pursuits. Congratulations to you and your family, and our very best wishes in all your future endeavors. It's now my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Janice Sarich, MLA for Edmonton DeCourt. Janice.
Thank you and good afternoon to Chancellor Ralph Young, President Indira Samara-Sekera, Board Chair Douglas Goss, Board of Governors, faculty members, administration, staff, distinguished guests, class of 2014, graduates, family, friends, all. It is my distinct honor and privilege to be here on behalf of Premier Dave Hancock and all of my colleagues at the Alberta Legislature. I'm very pleased to be part of this momentous occasion, which is filled with symbols, ceremony, enthusiasm, and anticipation to help celebrate the success of the class of 2014, and without exception promises to be unforgettable and very exciting for everyone. Let me begin by saying, as I look out and observe you, the graduates, alongside your classmates, I, along with many Albertans, are very proud of your accomplishments. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you. As a parent, I can say with strong conviction that a parent's steadfast support, love, comfort, encouragement, along with family and friends, is no small part in the success of navigating and completing this part of your life's learning journey. Today is a major milestone in your lives and part of Alberta's rich history told through the years. As you contemplate the significance of today, you will be compelled to look back at where you have been and will look forward to where you want to be, all at the same time. Your achievements are truly a testament to dreams pursued and results achieved. Special thanks and appreciation to all the parents and families and all those who have supported you, the graduates, in this very important journey and milestone. I've often said that our province's strength and assets are enormous, but it is essential to recognize that they are grounded in the diversity of gifts and talents of our people. It is with appreciation that I say thank you for inspiring today, seizing tomorrow, and building a brighter future for all to enjoy. Graduates, this day represents discipline and persistence, abilities and talents, and commitment to time and learning. These attributes exemplify your personal character, and they also represent a challenge. It is important to cultivate a deep understanding of the changing landscapes around us. To put this in perspective, we live in a world that is interdependent, unequal, and fragile in so many ways. I ask you to think about finding the broadly shared responsibilities and opportunities that are embedded in these challenges. Remember, humanity is important, and what will be your impact activities. Your life's journey is only determined by you. Someone famous once said, and this is one of my all-time favorite quotes, Time is the coin of your life. It is the only coin you will have, and only you can determine how it will be spent. I'm very confident about your future because I believe that each of you are capable of great things and look forward to your story on how you spent your coin and time. My hope that your life's journey will continue to contribute to Alberta's history and spirit as you are in a perfect position to help lead the way. When I think about Alberta's historical records, the Alberta spirit stands tall and true. I am reminded each and every day that many immigrant families came to our province a long time ago, including up to today. They were risk takers, and that they produced long time ago the pioneers and builders of Alberta's labor force. They built their future brick by brick, community by community. Many individuals and families were driven by the longing for their children to have a future filled with education, and that would be generational. In this mix, many people questioned the status quo, worked in smart ways to actually shape the preferred future, and were not afraid to take a stand. That's certainly the kind of people who built our province and continue to do so today and make it such a great place to call home. I'm reminded also of the poet Emerson, where his words characterized Albertans and the contributors to our great province. They don't go where the path may lead. They go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Whether your life takes you to just down the street or around the world, it is my hope you rise to the challenge and be known as a leader, an innovator, an entrepreneur, a risk taker. Should you continue to plant your roots in our remarkable province, know that great opportunities are on the horizon, waiting for your move to move our province beyond the frontiers of this decade and many more to come. We need your passion, your creativity, your intelligence, and more than anything, we need your vision for a better province and world. Once again, it is truly my honor and privilege to be here to share this moment in history. And on behalf of the Government of Alberta and all Albertans, with pride and admiration, special congratulations and best wishes to the graduating class of 2014, and it is also my honor to be here in the presence of those that will be conferring their honorary degrees. God bless you all. Have a wonderful afternoon. Safe travels home. Thank you.
Class of 2014, congratulations to you all. As President of the University of Alberta, I take pride in knowing that we have demanded much from you over the last several years. Our emphasis on excellence means that your professors have done their best to test your limits, pushed you to do more than you often thought was possible, and asked you to pursue tough questions and tackle difficult problems. I hope that we've inspired you, opened up new avenues of thought and inquiry for you, and helped you deepen your understanding of our world and your own talents and passions. A lot has been written about your generation, about how you understand the world and the passions and interests you bring. I know because I've done my research. Each year when I prepare my convocation speech, I begin with two questions. What does this year's group of graduates want to hear from me? And what do they need to hear from me? So I've read quite a bit about you over the years, and quite a confusing picture emerges. You are either slackers or you are ambitious overachievers. Then again, you don't want to work overtime, apparently, or wear suits, or take instructions from your bosses. By some accounts, you're stressed out because failure is not an option, while other accounts say that your self-esteem is seriously out of whack after years of being given medals for just showing up to the game. You aren't readers, apparently, but then again, yours is the generation which made Harry Potter the best-selling book series of all time. You are a new generation of social activists, inciting major political change. And yet, we can't figure out how to get you to vote. And finally, we all know that you are the most connected generation ever, never more than a thumb tap away from others, and yet your parents are wondering if you're ever going to move out, find someone, and possibly settle down. I tell you, it's challenging to nail you down, as hard as people in my generation have been trying to do it. And that's who's doing the research. Your parents' generation, mine. This is nothing new, of course. Younger generations have been confusing and perplexing older generations for a very long time. Now that I'm in that generation looking back, I'm beginning to understand why. We're worried. We're afraid that we've made some big mistakes, that we haven't prepared you properly to have a fulfilling and rewarding life. But when I look back on my own life, as different as I was from my parents and from the professors and teachers who guided me along the way, as much as I might have confused them with my unconventional wish to become an engineer or my decision to leave Sri Lanka for the US and Canada, I also know that it is their good advice that has stayed with me through the years. And so today, given that the research has failed to help me pinpoint precisely what it is you need or want to hear from me, I would like to share that advice with you in hopes that it will strike a chord with you. First, from my father. He was a man who valued excellence. He often engaged my siblings and me with the stories and achievements of Nobel Prize winners and Olympic champions. There we were in Sri Lanka, far from the cities and countries where such triumphs generally emerged, and yet he instilled in us the importance of doing our best, being the best people and thinkers we were capable of being. Buried within this advice was a precious gift. The fact that he believed we had the stuff within us to really excel and meet the challenge. I know that this is also there within you. As I said at the beginning of my speech, a U of A degree is demanding. We've pushed you, and you've risen to the test. The second piece of advice comes from my graduate supervisor, Keith Bremaco, an Albertan who grew up not far from here near Camrose, a tremendously wise and kind man. There was a period in my academic career when things were not going well, and I was toying with giving it up for something else. Not on your life, he told me. You have the talent to make a real contribution, and you have a duty to use that talent well. I remember it like it was yesterday. What a gift that was. Not to be told I had talents, which of course was very nice. The real insight in his words was his reminder that a life well lived, a rewarding life, requires that you do not squander your opportunity to add to society, to improve things, and to make a difference. Each one of you has talents, and along with them, the knowledge, skills, and experiences that you are obligated to use well in the service of others. And that's what the U of A's first president, Henry Marshall Torrey, meant when he said that a university education is for the uplifting of the whole people. The third piece of advice I want to share with you is my own. Release your imagination and be creative in all that you do. Einstein said, to stimulate creativity, you have to develop a childlike desire for play. Maybe that's why I'm a fan of Dr. Seuss. Few other authors, in my view, capture the value of imagination and creativity and play as fully as he did. And he did it using a host of words and situations that make no sense at all. What did he teach us? When it's raining outside and a cat in a hat knocks on the door, don't be afraid, don't be a fish and say no, no, no. Instead, embrace the chaos, the mess, and the good fun that's funny. Experiment a little. See if you can balance on a ball holding the cup and the milk, the cake and some books, a rake and a ship. In other words, be creative. Take risks. Yes, they can be messy. Yes, they can go seriously wrong. But what's the alternative? Sitting by your window, passively watching the world go by? The one thing that I am certain about your generation is this: you must be adaptable, imaginative, and creative. The world faces significant challenges. Be original. Bring fresh thinking to these problems and take the risks needed to solve them. We've done our best to give you the knowledge, the tools, and the skills that are currently available. They will just be your starting point. We need you to be the best you can possibly be, and we need you to develop your talents and use them well. We need you to imagine and then create a world that is healthier, cleaner, more peaceful, and prosperous. You are about to enter the family of U of A alumni, numbering more than 275,000. Each generation has built upon the example and foundation laid by the generation before. Look to your U of A family and to today's honorary degree recipient, Mr. John Poole, for his inspiration, example, and guidance. We will be there to guide you and push you forward and to help you achieve what we have not yet achieved. Good luck, class of 2014, and my warmest congratulations to you all.
Knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal.
They inspire us all with their brilliance, creative force, and fervent desire to make the world a better place.
I accept in the name of our poor people.
Dream your dreams. It is possible to have a new kind of world.
Those who receive an honorary degree from the University of Alberta set the highest standards of dedication and excellence for students and for society at large.
You will always find it, your own courage or theirs, in the eyes of the other.
Go where there's no path and leave a trail for someone else.
And while their backgrounds and fields of endeavor vary widely, all are exceptional.
Maybe it's best if I just speak from the heart.
I will remember you. Will you remember me?
We face today a clash of ignorances.
You are who make the history. You are who create the future.
U of A honorary degree recipients embody the university's vision to inspire the human spirit through outstanding achievements in learning, discovery, and citizenship in a creative community.
I think we are now in the threshold of a new beginning.
It is a spirit that is building one of the world's great universities for the public good.
It is your attitude that will sustain you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do with it.
Travel well, travel without prejudice, live long and prosper.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, I am honored to introduce John Poole Cho Ming for the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws. An enduring commitment to the highest international standards in legal, accounting, and governance matters is essential to the health and vitality of global commerce and democracy. These standards, based on core values of honesty, transparency, respect, entrepreneurship, and excellence, both reflect and support the highest aspirations of our most successful companies and post-secondary institutions. John Poole Cho Ming is a respected and influential champion of this level of excellence through established international norms and best practices. His remarkable career trajectory, from early professional experience as a social worker to a labor relations officer with the Alberta Union of Public Employees, to a promising career as a lawyer, and then on to a series of business opportunities and transformative roles in a dynamic international corporation, reveals a unique personal balance of leadership and vision. Mr. Poole's leadership extends to a series of essential contributions to public service. As chair of the Financial Reporting Council, he has had and will have a profound impact on the regulation of the business sector in Hong Kong. His vision extends to support for future generations of students, both close to home and across the globe, as a mentor and advocate for academic excellence. Today, we celebrate Mr. Poole's sterling example as a leader from Alberta for the world. Eminent Chancellor, with great pride and respect, I present to you John Poole Cho Ming.
John Poole Cho Ming, in recognition of an enduring commitment to excellence and an inspiring example of informed and engaged global citizenship, I desire to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws and to express the hope that we shall continue to be enriched by your wise counsel for many years to come. Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, Chairman of the Board of Governors, Madam President, distinguished members of the Platform Party, honored guests, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I would firstly like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the University of Alberta for bestowing on me such an exceptional and distinguished honor. And also, thank you, Dean Doucette, for your kind and generous introduction, and Dean Bryden of the Faculty of Law for your support in my nomination. It is with a great sense of humility and pride that I stand before you today, my fellow alumni and fellow Canadians. My time in Alberta is definitely one of my fondest memories. I may not miss the winters here, but I certainly miss my relatives, friends, and former colleagues in Edmonton, many of whom are present with us today. In fact, it was exactly 4 decades ago, in 1974, that I had the privilege of receiving in this auditorium my Bachelor of Arts degree. And again, exactly 3 decades ago, my Bachelor of Laws degree. On each of those 2 occasions, I was very much looking forward to working in the real world and paying off my student loans. I did not know what kind of career I would have, nor what path in life I would take. I held the honest belief that if I worked hard and contributed to the good of society, I would somehow be rewarded. 4 decades after receiving my first degree, and with much time to reflect on life, I now realize my past decisions and my willingness to step outside of my comfort zone and accept new challenges have charted my destiny and contributed to what I am today. Risk-taking at critical moments, coupled with perseverance and a bit of luck, I must say, have played a significant role in me having this opportunity of sharing my experience and perspectives with you. The world you are graduating into today is much more connected than ever before, thanks to the internet, smartphones, and modern technology. Furthermore, the globalization of business and international mobility of talent offer young graduates like yourselves opportunities that many of my generation could not have dreamed of. The continual advancement and prosperity in Canada mean that you can earn a rather comfortable living in this great country, and especially in Alberta. But for many of you who are planning to join the business world, your future will depend very much on how well you embrace and adapt to the new global economic reality. You will discover additional horizons and possibilities if you are not afraid of getting out of your comfort zone. As the old saying goes, you never know what tomorrow may bring. For me, after fulfilling my dream of practicing as a barrister and solicitor, I was determined to find out what tomorrow would bring if I were to work in Hong Kong, an international financial center well known for its laissez-faire capitalism and the rule of law. However, Hong Kong, a small city with a population of about 7 million, where I had not lived since 1970 for almost 2 decades, was also known to be extremely competitive and industrious. Not only did I take the risk of starting afresh in Hong Kong with my family, I soon ventured into the corporate arena and embarked on a career in finance and corporate management, something I was never trained for. Needless to say, neither Hong Kong nor the field of finance and corporate management or the real estate or apparel industry was within my comfort zone at the time. I can assure you that as I moved up the corporate ladder, the learning curve for me got steeper, and I was saddled with my fair share of adversity and frustration throughout. But capitulating was never an option. Rather, I remained resilient and focused on learning new ideas, or at times, learning from my own mistakes in order to scale new heights in life. The only consolation, I suppose, for my return to Hong Kong was my ability to speak and write Chinese. So ideally, wouldn't it be nice if all of us here were equipped with another language capability, possibly in addition to French? Parlez-vous français? I wish I could. The real question is, if you had a choice, which major language other than your mother tongue would you select so that you and all your kids could avail yourself more readily in the near future with prospects in another country or continent? Let's look at some facts. Today, 60% of the world's 7 billion population is in Asia, with about 1 billion of these are native Mandarin speakers. China is already the world's second largest economy, with a current GDP growth rate in excess of 7%. Many believe that the economic center of gravity has or is being shifted from west to east, and that China will supplant the United States in the next decade as the world's largest economy. In my humble opinion, the choice is pretty obvious. Fellow graduates, from my experience, I believe it would bode well for young aspiring leaders if their desire for success is greater than the urge to remain in their comfort zone. In business school, you are well trained to assess risk and rewards. But remember, if nothing is ventured, nothing is gained. As another old saying goes, fortune favors the brave. So be courageous and explore all the possibilities while you're young and enthusiastic. You can afford to take a fair amount of risk at your stage of life. Now is the time to take advantage of the opportunities this highly integrated global economy has to offer, whether domestically or abroad. But also be prepared that there will likely be cultural or political differences in other regions or countries. So embrace the world with an open mind, and the sky is your limit. At least have your valid passports ready, because nowadays, internationalization is not just a thought. It is the reality, which will continue to impact many organizations globally, including governments, companies, and even universities. As a matter of fact, I can vividly recall U of A's first international convocation held in Hong Kong on 22nd of March, 1998, presided by the then Chancellor Liu Hyman. I would like to share with you the following concluding remarks in my address to that convocation, which I believe are equally applicable today. The process of immersion during those cold years in Edmonton has instilled in me the ability and confidence needed to tackle the forever changing and challenging situations in business and in life. By graduating, we have acquired for our lifetime a very special, non-perishable asset that we should all cherish and be thankful for. By the same token, we should always remember our roots and reciprocate by supporting our university in our own unique ways wherever possible. Let's make our university an even finer institution for our future generations to acquire and develop their knowledge, skills, and life experience. In closing, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you on your accomplishments, which you and your families should rightly be very proud of. Whatever your definition of success happens to be, I wish you all the very best in your life journey to ultimate success. Merci beaucoup, 谢谢大家, thank you very much.
Dr. Poole, thank you for those inspiring words. As alumnus, as fellow alumnus, we're tremendously proud of the accomplishments you've made. We're equally proud to have with you here today your wife, Mrs. Amy Poole, your sons, Gabriel and Colin. Gabriel is also a graduate of the University of Alberta School of Business, so it's with great pride that we welcome the Poones back to our community and to our alumni at the University of Alberta. We would now like to ask you to sign the University of Alberta Honor Roll to make the honorary degree official. Dr. Poole mentioned as well coming to University of Alberta and to Edmonton at age 16, and as he said, no one knew what tomorrow would bring, but tomorrow has brought great accomplishment and great credit to both him and our University of Alberta. And now, graduates, it's your turn. Shortly, the Dean, President, and I will present the statements to confer your degrees. You will then come up to cross the stage. As the name of each graduate is called, I will then formally admit you to your degrees, and we will have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will also walk past the University of Alberta's ceremonial mace. Centuries ago, the mace was a symbol of authority over life and death. Today, this mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge and the importance of our university and our graduates to our community. I'll welcome you soon. Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you these scholars and ask that they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Graduates, please stand. Do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally to maintain the statutes, customs, privileges, and liberties of this, your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country? These
we need a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled and invest with you all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, and for all who believe to serve your God, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Joseph Doucette, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Business. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Diana Dempsey. Leanne Michelle Lefsrud. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Business Administration, Mohammed Abdelaziz. Mohammed Ibrahim Al-Harbi. Arshia Aurora. Garrett Eugene Richard Aksani. Caitlin Christine Beaton. James Matthew Bergsma. Aruna Bisonat. Heather Lane Blackier. Danielle Christina Beauchard. Carl Charret. Calvin King Yu Cheng. Alan James Chung. Wei Ying Chu. Michael Langley Chong. Christina Karyen Chu. Emily Ann Sinatz. Jennifer Jean Collins. Melissa Dawn Creech. Cal Christian Dakin. Justin Jeevan Darcy. Nada Jokic. Vinod Kumar Dodi. Wendy Miriam Dupree. Abdul El Kadri. Avalon Ferrao. Ipshita Garnayak. John Stewart Geary. Kathleen May Gora. Shireen, Deanna Griffiths. Caitlin June Hall. John Leo Haney. Amal Hassan. Jonathan Chung Lun Hui. Jason Robert Inkpen. Tai Habate. Trevor Johnson. Tarana Call. Shavang Khanna. Chamandeep Kara. Frances Megan Kilgore. Mohammed Reis Kinder. Alison Nora Klippenstein. Paul Allen Kunis, Shirley Kwan, Zailong Qinglong Kwan, Alex Christine Lavertu, Albert Chanchong Leong, Hui Liu, Lin Liu, Chen Zhen Liu, Renata Mejot, Marcela Carmen Mandeville, Thomas Russell Mansfield, Sifiso Valerie Marembo, Carmen Eleanor Maslowski, Kristen Matheson, Nicola Louise McFarlane, Aggie Mikulski, Eva Chukwan Mo, Marianne Montgomery, Matthew Mowbray, Vesna Chan Nayan, Jeffrey Peter O'Brien, Adolphus Omodu, Shuqing O, Masashi Oyama, Lee Taylor Plouffe, Diwakar Punambalam, Rajawaj Ratnamurthy Subramanya, André Marc Rivet, Asif Samnani, Shannon Marie Satterthwaite, Alexander Franz Schrodel, Zachary Schultz, Hina Sengar, Jerome Royce Hsu, Robert Jeffrey Simpson, David Kenneth Sinclair, Tammy Lynn Sowens-White, Ryan Paul Stempfel, Dominic Lewis Strickland, Ali Caesar Sultan, Dr. Ravinder Singh Tuthar, Jean-Paul Marcet Sotos, Pevand Turkington, Walter Viale, Wayne Richard Visser, Trisha Lee Waddell, Yvonne Wong, David John Stalker Webb, David Andrew Weir, Keith Harold Willie. Di Xing. Wenbo Zhang. Yajuan Zhao. Shaoying Chu. Ping Zhou. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Financial Management, Ryan Miller. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, the recipient of the Dr. Hugh Harries Medal in Business, Rachel Lynn Gibault, with distinction.
Rachel Gibault is this year's recipient of the Dr. Hugh Harries Medal in Business. This award is presented annually to the graduating student who has obtained the highest academic standing in the final 2 years of the Bachelor of Commerce program. It is donated in recognition of academic excellence by the School of Business in memory of Dr. Hugh Harries, a former dean of the School of Business. Rachel has excelled throughout her education at the University of Alberta. Rachel has received continuing recognition for her academic success, including earning first-class standing for 3 academic years. Rachel plans to pursue a career in the advertising and communications field and is currently the creative writing lead at Geomere, a nonprofit society that supports local families. Congratulations, Rachel. Well done.
Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with Honours, Travis Garner Cooper with First Class Honours, the Chartered Accountant's Graduating Scholarship in Accounting. Si Chen Dong with First Class Honours. Teresa Lin with First Class Honours. Sherry Zhang with First Class Honours. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Jessa Helene Ako. Hassan Adam Hassau. Kenneth Armstrong.
That's Nakul and that's Aurora.
Nakul Deepak Arora, with distinction. Chan Hung Ao. Anthony Drago Babik. Livleen Kaur Baines. The recipient of the Verner Craig McElroy Scholarship in Accounting, Jenna Elizabeth Balgo, with distinction. Jennifer Catherine Baziuni, with distinction. Megan Elizabeth Bell. Carolee Brittany Bazuko. Zenon Alexander Bihoon. Davish Ashvin Bilmoria. Chantal Burchell. The recipient of the Avison Young Commercial Real Estate Graduating Scholarship in Marketing, Natasha Olivia Burchell, with distinction. Kirsten Jobina Antoinette Bless. Andra Ioana Bob. Stephanie Marie Bradshaw. Taylor Rachel Bro. Receiving also today her certificate in leadership, Lauren Brisk. Brittany Allison Bruce. Galen Ron Bryant. Kurt Charles Buban. Kenda Nicole Butler. Isel Bien. Hui Kai. David Stewart Cameron. Nadia Isabel Camphor.
She goes Kao Yue.
Kao Yue. Ming Yu Chai. Courtney Nolene Schmolke. Charlotte Chan with distinction, also receiving a certificate in leadership. Joey Chan. Timothy Chun-Hin Chan. Mark Mithun Chandra. Yung Tui Chao Nguyen with distinction. Hang An Chen. Shu Ting Chen with distinction. Yan Li Chung. Ajin John Cherian. Victor Chung. Famsi Im Fan Chiu. Eric Yu Hong Chiu. Jin Choi. King Son Derek Chong. Curtis Bradley Chow. Daniel Enrique Chow with distinction. Risley Rika Chua. Spencer Richard Clark. Dakota William Coles. Mary Elizabeth Colpo with distinction. Brendan Cook. Elise Janelle Crow with distinction. Paulina Leigh Cruz. Isabel Sway. Yanwen Cui. Brandylyn Francis Delman. Carla Christine Dalglish. Ian Garrett Dawson. Avery Marie DeGala with distinction. Aoji Deng. Jacqueline Marcel Desroches. Savan Singh Daliwal. Christina Cherie Didak with distinction. Dayton Tyler Dolenchuk. Chunghua Dong. Jill Douglas. Kelsey Elizabeth Douglas. Stuart Wallace Dow. Curtis Duperron. Janine Nicole Eccleston. Sabrina Angela Eng. Rochelle Pearl Estoki, with distinction. Jordan Nicholas Iwascu. Jiwei Fan. Kimberly May Fung, with distinction. Ryan Fife. The recipient of the Dale Babiak Canadian Graduating Scholarship in Business, Lisa Michelle Fong, with distinction. Michelle Fong, with distinction. Leisure Robert Forbes. Matthew Forster, with distinction. Kirsten Ain Franks. Wen Yuan Fu. Loi Hua Feng. Samantha Fung. Jeremiah Douglas Gavel. Zhao Gong. Devia Judith George. Crayon Singh Gill, with distinction. Seth Joseph Gerard. Edward Charles Anthony Gotts. Paige Lauren Gweffick. Andrew Stephen Graham. Xiaoli Guan. Catherine Guo. Xiaoyu Guo. Zheng Guo. Jennifer Ann Gust, with distinction. Larissa Gucher. Sierra Halderson. Jalila Natalie Hamida. Adele Hanafi. Tide Cashton Harding. Harpreet Kaur Hari. Alexander Haverko. Amanda Elizabeth Heck. Robin Alexandra Heslop, with distinction. Emily Jean Hickey, with distinction. Morgan Jane Higginson. Lindsay Jane Hiron Berry, with distinction. Andy Wei Ye Ho. Brenda Huang. Stephen Huang. Erin Melissa Hokinson. Darcy James Hofeld. Jeffrey Donald Holmstrom. Timothy Andrew Bustrom Holt. Davis Gordon Howitt Lambert. Alan Hugh. Bonnie Hu, with distinction. Ken Wen Hu. Xin Yu Hu. Dennis Lip Wei Huang. Wei Huang. Thomas Henry Huber. Mark Irvin Husband, with distinction. Sarish Ilyas. Jessica Patricia Marie Ireland, also receiving a certificate in international learning. Shafiqul Islam. Colin Stephen Jakubek. Victoria Elizabeth Yankowski, with distinction. Mark Ivan Yapuncic. Daisy Jar, also receiving a certificate in international learning. Yi Qingji. Hao Jiang. Ling Jiang. Qing Jiang, with distinction. Shang Yuan Jing. Danielle Lisa Johnson. Lisa Gail Johnson. Samuel Wayne Johnson, with distinction. Shirley Florence Kayan Kam. Paul Deontay Pulcheria Khan, with distinction. Morcha Kangali. Antonio Padua Karam, with distinction. Dakota Michael Casper. Shelby Elizabeth Kirscher. Farisha Jennifer Khan. Jonathan David Kifuk, with distinction. Edward Kim. Stephen William Knight, with distinction. Norman Karhan Koo. Mackenzie Joseph Krochak, with distinction. Alexander Brian Kusi, with distinction. Kyle Andrew Kuzik, with distinction. Jason Tyler Lai, with distinction. Francis King Lam. Jeremy Andrew Lamb, with distinction. Jimmy Lamb. Perry Park Tung Lam. Stephen Cole Lamoth, with distinction. Ashley Morgan Lang, with distinction. Si Sun Lau. Cynthia Lee, with distinction. Duncan Lloyd Lee. Eileen Z. Yim Lee. John Lee.
Just
Bill
Bill Lee.
Lee.
Just
Yi Lee.
Yuen Lee.
Yuan Lei. Ellen Margaret Light, with distinction. Ann Lee. Carrie Lee, with distinction. Hung Yu Lee. Song Shin Lee. Annie Liang. Bin Liao. Yi Ying Lucy Lin, with distinction. Nadia Lee Linchie. Kang Liu. Sheng Liu. Tuo Liu. Wenjie Liu. Jenna Elizabeth Livingston. Daniel John Lord. Oliver Bert Luchien. Vincent Luong, with distinction. Raymond Liu. Jing Ma. Harley Ma. Tommy Mai. Shahir Makani. Ian Malayang. Haley Robin Malik, with distinction. Aaron Lucien Raymond Marchador, with distinction. Leslie Gilles Martel. Alicia Martin. Amanda Hayes Mason. Timothy John Mako. Scott William McCaig, with distinction. Jonathan Michael McClung, with distinction. Dan McDonald. Ashley Charlotte McFarlane. Shauna Marie McKay, with distinction. Deep Paresh Mehta. Jia Ying Mi. Jason Andrew Migadel. Nurul Ashakirin Binti Mohammed. Jeffrey Taylor Monaco.
Receiving today both her Bachelor of Commerce and her Certificate in International Learning, Carrie Ann Morton. Intisar Morad, with distinction. Cassandra Justine Muirhead. Michael Robert Murphy, with distinction. Asan Samran Nasir. Brendan Nagan. William Tanyo. Julia Nguyen. Maria Nguyen. Gurjot Singh Nijjar with distinction. William Jean Nixon. Sharon Noruzi with distinction. Mitchell Thomas Neistad. Troy Daniel Akira Oishi. Justin Robert Olmsted with distinction. Corey David Orban. Pablo Orozco. Natasha Sarah Lynn Palachuk with distinction. Justin Chungwai Peng. Brandon Bernard Papp. Priyanka Parihar with distinction. Kyle Parota. Ashish Pareshnath Patel with distinction. Emily Rose Pavlich with distinction. Christopher Peckett. Fei Peng with distinction. Kevin Patrick Perry with distinction. Martina Petrova. Yung Ti Fong Fan with distinction. Philippe Fan. David Fung. Igor Piven. Samuel Alexander Pressling. Navdeep Kaur Punyan. Thomas James Punt. Hassan Muinadin Quadri. Ali Ramtullah. Jaisha Ramdan. Ogai Rashid. Jillian Lee Ray. Anas Reaz. Sadia Riaz. Manisha Ande Reddy. Kung Fang Ren. Mark Desmond Ryerson. Alex Shaw Richards with distinction. Kristen Marie Richardson with distinction. Caitlin Marie Richler. Marina Daria Rowland with distinction. Katrina Eve Russell. Nathan Michael Ryhard. Sar Safa. Abdul Nasser Shal Sagar with distinction. Erin Marie St. Pierre with distinction. Sumit Singh Soroya. Noor Sassi. Amanda Ann Sawatsky with distinction. Kirsten Anne Marie Shambler with distinction. Caitlin Jory Schmidt. Nicholas Blair Senyak. Ashlesha Sharma. Catherine Yumi Shimazaki. Elena Shmatchenko. Roha Sadiki. Megan Sorokman with distinction. Ariel Lauren Sissons. Andrew Gawai Shiu. Jonathan Gakit Shiu. Jesse Junji Smith. Justine Rose Snachuk with distinction. Brian Edward Snell. John George Somerville. Nathan James Spronk. Giuseppe Stagliano with distinction. David Jan Steenwinkel. David Cameron Stefanik. Sydney Moran Steger. Colin Nicholas Style with distinction. Brandon William Stetson with distinction. Hong Hee Sun with distinction. Iwei Sun. Yulong Sun. Zheding Sung with distinction. Pearl Pui Hang Tam. Michelle Tang. Li Shan Leo Tang with distinction. Ji Tang. Ya Nan Tang. Joshua Paul Taylor. Jessica Maria Tai. Kimberly Chu. Dallas Kirsten Tachuk with distinction. Rebecca Rose Tong. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Commerce and Certificate in International Learning, Vanessa Lee Tracy. I'll try that again. Vanessa Lee Tracy Roth. With distinction. Manard Tran with distinction. Scott Douglas Tranter with distinction. Jennifer Trong. Marvin Evangelista Toison. Jared Michael Vandermeer with distinction. Receiving today both his Bachelor of Commerce and Certificate in Leadership, Derek Weston Vogt. Joseph Edward Wagner. Shane Michael Wagstaff with distinction. Rebecca Walkmeyer. Lindsay Alexandra Walker with distinction. Chunwei Wang. Xuan Wang. Yi Wang. Yufei Wang. Ziwei Wang. What am I missing? Missed something. Oh. Claire Jennifer Ann Williams. What does it say? Chelsea Ann Williamson. Dean Mitchell Winters with distinction. Candice Mandy Wong. Danny Tang Wong. Denise Wong. Ian Yuanho Wong. Kevin Christopher Wong with distinction. Chelsea Ann Wood. Hao Wu. Chia Chong Wu with distinction. Ruo Chen Wu with distinction. Wan Ying Wu with distinction. Ujun Wu. Hang Shuo. Zichen Qing. Han Zhu. Colton Riley Yamagishi. Chastity Diane Yanda with distinction. Guangfei Yang. Jia Yang. Jia Yang. Jiqi Yang with distinction. Lu Yang. Mei Yang. Shuai Yang. Xiao Yang. Qi Chen Yi. Sasha Yelisyev. Jarina Young. Sihao Yu. Si Heng Yu. Shui Feng Yu. Travis Lionel Young. Jared Dean Zamzo. Joseph William Richard Zapernick with distinction. Ray Zheng with distinction. Chen Lijiang with distinction. Melody Zhe Zhang with distinction. Ming Yi Zhang. Nui Yi Zhang with distinction. Xin Zhang. Yingsha Zhang. Yingxin Zhang.
Wei Zhao, Wenche Zhao, Yiche Zhao, Yiting Zheng, Yo Zhou, Yuan Zhuang, Ning Zhuo, Nathan Joel Ziegenhagel with distinction. Lucas Thomas Zubik. Eminent Chancellor, Eminence, for the degree of au grade de bilingual Bachelor of Commerce, baccalauréat bilingue en administration des affaires, Myriam Beliveau-Simard. Pascal André Dagnon. Lauren Rose Gagnon. Samantha Lynn Hall. Laura Marie McDonald. Michelle No with distinction. And Alexandra Marie Paulhus.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the program but are not in attendance today.
Wow, what a great afternoon. I think you'll all agree with me that seeing today's graduates cross the stage is impressive. Today is a truly proud moment for the University of Alberta. In total, we will graduate 6,738 students this spring convocation. Graduates, you are now part of the U of A's family. Your U of A degree can never be dissolved. Think of the U of A colors, green and gold. Gold is a precious metal that withstands the ravages of time. It can be molded into any shape, stretched into a fine thread, and still retain its fundamental qualities. It is a fitting symbol of the permanence of the relationship you share with the University of Alberta. Green, on the other hand, is a symbol of growth and change, of new beginnings. Taken together, green and gold encapsulate what I hope the education you have received at the U of A means to you. If we have done our job well, your education should be a permanent and enriching feature of your life, as well as an important source of lifelong and professional growth. Graduates, it's your turn now to get up, turn around, and give a huge round of applause to the people who supported you throughout it all, your parents, your siblings, your spouses, your children. Okay, now that I have all of you back with us, it's time to turn our attention to the final part of today's ceremony. Before we formally induct all of you into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, we want to remind you of the journey you've been on to get to this ceremony with a special video montage. The song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint Jean in celebration of the university's centenary in 2008 and is performed by Chorale Saint Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnon. It was composed by Professor Emeritus Dr. Franz Lavoisier-Ouimet and arranged by U of A alumnus Dr. Alan Bevan and captures the hopefulness and potential of days spent at the university. I hope the images that will accompany the song show some of your own particular story and bring back fond memories of your time spent here. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, congratulations, graduates. I honestly don't know what was more impressive today, sitting here and watching you go across the stage with your amazing degrees and accomplishments, or the incredible parade of shoes that I got to view. I'm suddenly feeling a need to go shopping like now. On a serious note, welcome and good afternoon. My name is Charlene Butler, and it is my honor to welcome you and officially induct you to the University of Alberta Alumni Association. Among your alumni family are a Prime Minister, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and a Nobel Laureate, as well as many other outstanding business leaders, artists, educators, and humanitarians around the world. Alumni all dedicated to uplifting the whole people. Today you become alumni of the University of Alberta and join this illustrious group. Bienvenue à notre famille mondiale. Welcome to our global family. Graduates, would you please stand? As a new ambassador for the University of Alberta, I call upon you to use the knowledge you have gained here for the betterment of yourself and for others. I call upon you to maintain a lifelong connection with your university. As an alumnus of the University of Alberta, be proud of your degree and your fellow alumni. Nurture lifelong friendships cultivated on this campus. Celebrate our university's many successes and recommend the school to others. And take part in your Alumni Association's many great events and activities. You are officially a lifetime member of a powerful worldwide network of friends and colleagues. On behalf of all alumni, I am very pleased to welcome you to the University of Alberta Alumni Association. Félicitations et bonne chance. Congratulations and best wishes in all your future endeavors. Please be seated.
Thank you, Charlene. Now, just a few final words of congratulations to our graduates. All of us on stage today know how hard you've worked to reach this point, and we commend you on your achievements. Our honorary degree recipient today has offered us an inspiring example of how taking uncomfortable steps can sometimes lead to significant accomplishment and achievement. Dr. John Poole, thank you again for sharing your wisdom and experience with our university family. By accepting this honorary degree, you bring great honor to us at our University of Alberta. Thank you. Graduates, the world is now open for you to go out and be leaders. We charge you to go out and serve your chosen career and profession, to serve your family and your community, and the world in turn will thank you. On your behalf, I wish to thank our superb vocalist, Mr. R.J. Chambers, and our outstanding Convocation band under the direction of Mr. Thomas Dust. Just a few further thank yous. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, graduates, for taking on the responsibility of being a university graduate. And thank you for joining our alumni family. In most families, we celebrate special occasions by sharing fellowship together. So I invite everyone to join us in the main floor and first balcony lobbies for a reception. May your dreams take you far, and may you always be close to your alma mater, the University of Alberta. Let's let the celebration continue. Thank you.